What's up, y'all? It's your girl NeshaKeshia, and she is back with the talk for today. She ain't been up here in a while, but she's back. And we are going to talk about, since the last time I talked, we talked about do's and don'ts of a relationship. So today we're going to talk about the big M word, the word that everybody wants to get to. Some get there and some depart from it. It's called marriage. Yeah, of course, marriage is a good time. You know, wedding, honeymoon, bridal showers, bachelorette parties, planning, dress shopping, all that type of stuff. Food, you name it. But there's more to marriage than just planning for it. It involves your partner and how you see your partner. And not only that, but the expectations that goes on with that. And some of us, some of us have it rough and some of us got it easy. But all I can say is, here's my pet peeve for marriage. And to start out, I'm gonna start out with, every video that I done talked about, it goes along with the process of marriage. And you sitting here thinking, very interesting. Well, then how's it that so? Well, if we talked about do's and don'ts of a relationship, last time I checked, then marriage shouldn't be an issue. A lot of the times we find the wrong partner in our lives, and to be so real with you, it don't make no sense. It doesn't make any sense. And that's true. And not only that, we also don't look into the concept of what goes along with marriage. Well, see, there's a lot of sharing going on in this. And my advice to y'all people is, do not put your husband or wife on no thing that you own unless you fully know that they're right for you. In general, don't put them on anything that's yours. Because if you do that, and the minute something happens and they want to take your stuff, it's over. And I'm telling you, that's not the way to go, people. For anybody that's committed to marriage, make sure whatever you purchase is under your name. Because we ain't finna have that. You ain't finna take my stuff hypothetically and think you gonna get away with that. Oh, no. You got me fooled. Not only that, if your marriage is having problems and you sit here continuing on to deal with that, then something ain't right. I mean, with all due respect, I get that you love your partner, but at the end of the day, it's about your self-love. And this is what I talked about in the first episode. Self-love. You got to love yourself. You can't go through a bad marriage and then expect things to get better. You got to love yourself. When it comes to a bad marriage, you got to love yourself. You got to get out of something like that. I would not want to be in something like that. Lord knows I would not. And Lord knows if I continue to suffer in my own marriage, I would try to do something about that to make myself happy. I get it's hard leaving someone you've been with for so long, but at the same time, you got to understand something. You got to care about your well-being. Your well-being is more important than trying to fix a marriage. If you sitting here feeling like you falling apart, stressed out over a marriage, then my best suggestion is to depart from it. Take space from it. And if y'all want to work it out, go to therapy. As a matter of fact, be grown and talk it out. See, this is one of the main things why marriages fall apart. It's because y'all don't communicate. And I talked about this in one of my episodes. It was one of my, little advices. If y'all paid attention to my episode, communication. If y'all can't communicate with one another, like I mentioned in my previous videos, you'll see why things are not clicking. And not only that, I'm going to put God in this because, He plays a part in it too. When God is telling you something and you realizing right then and there that your marriage is not what it seems to be, God is letting you know there's something better behind it. That means you got to depart from it. And seriously, and I know there's plenty of women and men out there that would love someone like you, but you can't get out there because you're still stuck in square one in a relationship, in a marriage that doesn't work. The only way you can tell you're going to have a happy marriage is if you and your partner are on good terms. Not only that, y'all communicate. Not only that, y'all work together. A marriage is a partnership. A partnership. That means y'all two must work together to make things happen. And not only that, that means don't take in stuff that someone else pays for. And see, that's considered wrong. And not only that, we work hard for it. Some of us work hard in our lives. And one thing for sure, to men and women, do not find a man or a woman that's not going to take care of you. Especially men, y'all. Especially men and women. Let's keep it so real. Don't be with a man that's not going to take care of you. Because one thing for sure is that a man's supposed to take care of a woman. And if your man doesn't do that, he ain't right for you. He ain't right. And for men out there, don't look for women that are gold diggers. Because seriously though, just because you work don't mean a woman cannot work either. Shoot, when I get married or whatever not, I'ma still work regardless if my man is working. Because I know for a fact I can take care of myself. And a lot of the times, we rely on the other person and not relying on sometimes ourselves to pay for things. And not only that, but partnership also still plays a role too. Because some things you can't handle by yourself. That's why your husband or wife is there to support you. And if they can't do that, they ain't right for you. They ain't right. And when it comes to divorces, I get that you got children and it's hard to separate after being together for somebody for so long. Yeah, I get it. It's hard. However, though, you got to understand one thing. You got to care about yourself, and you got to care about the other people that are around you. Your family and your kids. You got to care about them too. Because if not, it's going to be an issue. It's going to be an issue. Marriage may be fun in the process of it, but in the end, you got to know more about who you with. You got to see their intentions. And they got to be the right person to be able to support you no matter what. You got to understand those concepts before marriage. And some people don't do that. So my advice to you to close out is take the time out and see your partner's true colors. Like, take the time. See how their mood is, or as a matter of fact, keep in mind of their background. Because if you don't do that, you are in for a show that you may not be able to get out of. And you may be dealing with things that's gonna make you stressed out. Abuse. Oh my God. I swear I can't stand it. I can't stand when people in a relationship are being abused and they don't try to do nothing about it. They still try to fix it. If they are hurting you with words and physically hurting you, why continue on dealing with this? It's not right. You shouldn't have to deal with that. People, you don't deserve to deal with it. You deserve to be happy. A lot of people don't understand the word happy. You got to be happy. Happy for yourself and happy for your life. Because if not, you're falling in the cracks. Cracks that are so deep you can't get out of. And that's it for my marriage talk. Peace.